Hi. Hey, good morning. How's everyone? I'm Mary Amy, and I'm coming to you live from New York, and this is Living in the Light. Good morning. It's Friday, September 2nd. So, how's everyone doing today? Have you tuned into your heart? And what I mean by that is, did you check how you're feeling? It's a really good indication of where you're going to bring yourself in the day. So let's tune in and let's see how we're feeling. And so, how am I feeling? Well, I'm feeling a little rushed, but emotionally, I feel okay. How are you feeling? Now, we want to raise our vibration to a higher consciousness, and we do that by having higher vibrational emotions like love, like unconditional love for ourselves. So, as I say, let's crack open that beautiful glowing light in our heart and let's shift away darkness and let's guide ourselves to our truest potential. So, anyone who's joining me, please like and subscribe. Oh, there's Elsa, and she wants to go up on the couch, so I'm going to put her on the couch. Here, Elsa, come here. She likes to join us. So anyway, today we are going to cover topics like intentions, the Shulman Residence, quantum timelines. Of course, I'll be doing a visualization. And I want to remind you, I will not be here Monday. Hey. Because of the weekend, the vacation, but I'll be back again Tuesday at 11. Okay. I'm letting out a breath. Old mindsets, old beliefs, old thoughts. I'm letting it all go. Okay, so intentions. Else is wound up today. So intentions. What is an intention? Well, an intention is an aim or a plan, and it's the object of your most sincere act that is offered. It's devotion to carrying out an action. So the reason why I'm bringing up intention, and I'd like that as a topic, is because I think it's highly important to have an intention when you go into doing something. If you can have the if the thought is with you prior to doing something, like if it's something super important to you, like every time I do one of these videos, I have an intention, and so my intention is going to be, I hope it goes well. Maybe it's something that I want to bring to it. So intentions are very highly important. So an intention implies a sustained, unbroken commitment or purpose, and intentions are mental states in which the individual commits themselves to a course of action. So having a good intention, clear and specific wish. So it might be before you're about to carry out a task, you have a clear thinking about it. So your mind, body, and spirit is all engaged, and you consider how you would like the task to go, in which direction, or the energy that you want to create with it. And so it's a positive intention before an action would be it would be, visualizing in your mind or imagining whatever it is that you would like to do, having a positive outcome. So you're setting an intention, and you do that. You identify your dreams and your wishes, and you set an intention. Now, intention is definitely related to having trust within you. So it comes after you've really cleared out a lot of negativity, if you have any negativity. And we might carry with us traumatic imprints if something's happened to us. And so when we are aware of that, we have an issue, a traumatic imprint, we want to go to whatever it is, the trauma, whatever hurt our hearts, because basically that's what it is. It's a vibration that stays within us. So when we want to set an intention, we want to be clear and be sure that we don't have anything that's sustaining within us that is going to prevent us from having a good intention or having a great outcome. And, it's almost like an affirmation, except it's more clear than an affirmation because it's more specific. And I think that it's like when, sometimes they say before a meditation, you have an intention, or before, we state our intentions before we do a visualization like we do. Whoever's joining me, please like the video and subscribe. And so I think intentions are very valuable because it means that before we're engaging in an activity or a task or our dreams and wishes, we have the foresight to know exactly which way we want to go with it. It's like a very strong act in its devotion and commitment to whatever it is that you want to do. And it's very, very clear and pure. So my suggestion is, next time that you are about to undergo something that's very important to you, whatever that may be, maybe you're going to meet someone for the first time. Maybe it's something related to whatever's fulfilling you, your purpose, your passions. It might just simply be before you take a gym class. Like this morning, I took a gym class, and I made a clear intention before that. I knew I was tired, and I knew, here we are, it's Friday, but I had the intention in my mind, I'm going to get through the class, I'm going to finish it, I'm going to do everything I can within my power to be successful during the class and just give it my all. So let's have clear intentions and good intentions before we do whatever it is that we're interested in. So let's go back to tuning into our hearts today. I know that there's been a lot going on out in the world. I don't know in your community or in your home or around whoever you are affiliated with, your friends, your family. I know that there's some friction between everyone. And, that creates divide. So if we are not feeling at our best, let's not create more divide. Let's spend less time with others. Let's spend time in some peace and calmness. Maybe go out and spending time in nature this weekend. Let's have fun this weekend, and let's make time for us to do something that really excites us or brings light into our hearts. Whatever it is, your passion. So maybe take one of your 5 humongous goals and do something from your 5 humongous goals, because we're checking that list off, aren't we? Because we are getting to our destiny. We're going to make quantum leaps to our destiny because we're living in the present. We all living in the present right now. And how do you get to the present? Well, we ground ourselves. Maybe you grab your knees, imagine your feet firmly planted in the earth's surface. And we say, what is around me? We let out a breath. It's very important that we're breathing. Make sure that you don't hold your breath. Sometimes when we have worry and fear and we're stressed, we're just holding on. We're gripping on. Don't let go. It's okay. Let's enjoy. Let's have fun here. Life is a wonderful place. It's heaven on earth. We are multidimensional beings of light. We are sacred beings. Let's enjoy this. Let's have an adventure, and it's exciting. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Shulman Residence. What is the Shulman Residence? Well, I'm going to share with you. So what the Shulman Residence is, I'm going to show you a picture of it so you have an understanding. And I didn't print a picture out, so I'm just going to show you. So this is what the Shulman Residence, oh, that's not what I want. This is the Shulman Residence. So this is a chart that comes out, and you can look online for it. It's the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Can everyone see that? And so it peaks the Earth's electromagnetic field spectrum. It's global electromagnetic renaissance. So white means that there's more intense electromagnetic energy bursts, plasma. And green is normal, and blue is low intensity. Well, since there's been so many solar flares coming onto the Earth, which will be followed up with this grand solar flash that we refer to, This is an indication of what's going on. And this is a great indication because it shows that there's more and more light coming onto the earth. As you can see, that was yesterday and the day before. If you want to look online, you can find the Shulman Residence online. There's many websites that include this, and it explains how it affects the earth. So the earth vibrates at 7.83 hertz. 7.83 hertz. And that's our natural frequency for humans is between 5 and 10 hertz. So we basically, whoever's joining me, please like and subscribe. We're talking about the Shulman Resonance, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And so the peaks of the Earth's electromagnetic field. And this was yesterday and the day before. I think this is yesterday. Let me see. Yes, this is yesterday and this is the day before. And you can see how much light is coming upon the earth. And so what does this mean exactly? This means that the earth is definitely affected by frequencies, and so are we. And so we speak of raising our vibration, how important the frequencies that we are engaging with all day long are, and the electromagnetic waves that are coming at us, whether it's Wi-Fi, our phones, computers, the cell towers, and all of this, even a show on television is affecting us. And because when we receive frequencies, it's affecting our attention, it's distracting us, and it's also, whether we realize it or not, it's affecting our nervous system. And that's why I brought up the other day about how puppy dogs can hear certain sounds and certain frequencies. They can hear, we can't, but doesn't mean that it's not affecting our nervous system. So be aware that we should spend time in nature. We should spend time turning off electronics. I know that we can look at it and become addicted to it and looking at it and what's going on. But you know what? Let's live in this moment. Let's realize that living in this moment and engaging in real relationships is way more important than spending time on social media, because isn't that what life is all about? It's not really about being in a little box and kind of having that mind control thing going on in the programming, because where is all that information coming from? It's an agenda, it's advertisers, it's making money. So let's tune into our hearts and what we truly want to do. We knew when we came on New Earth Gaia, when we were born, we knew in our spirit. We knew. So let's work on self-love, creating love within our hearts. Who's ever joining me, please like the video and tell me where you're coming from. I'm in New York. I'm coming live from New York. I'm 45 minutes outside of Manhattan. And I'm all about shifting away darkness and guiding you to light. Hi, Alexandra Morel. Thank you for joining us on the chat. You're in New York as well. Wonderful. So let's work on our vibration. So our high vibration energy, when they say raise your vibration to a higher frequency, we're ascending, we're awakening, we're awakening. And when we awaken, we realize that the reality that we've been living in, these systems, this matrix, this programming was all designed to enslave us. And for those who designed the systems, to make money. 9 to 5, work 40 to 50 years, retire, and then die shortly after. That doesn't sound like much fun. How about we create a new reality? And so the old systems, the matrix, the linear world is leaving. It's in the trash. And incoming is this new reality. So what is the reality you would like to create? Because thoughts are very powerful. And when we have collective consciousness, when I have the same thought, that you have the same thought, and someone else has the same thought, and we are all in a higher vibration, we are going to create that reality. And so we are going to spend more time in love, loving ourselves, loving others, whatever that means, which is compassion, forgiveness, kindness. Lower vibrations are fear, anger, grief, guilt, jealousy. Now, is that normal? Sure. It's normal on occasion to have these lower vibration emotions. However, if you stay in any of those emotions for too long, like attracts like, you're bringing destruction into your life, you're bringing negativity, and you're vulnerable to psychic attacks. You're vulnerable to those who are going to take advantage of you because they say, oh, that person's in fear. I'm going to create more fear and lead them in this direction. So we want to try to embrace ourselves, whatever's going on within you. So if you're having a bad day, that's entirely normal. It's and just accept it. Like, don't fight it, accept it. If you're not feeling well, whatever it is, it might be that your heart is hurt because of something that happened. You might be triggered. Someone might trigger something in you and you might get angry. That's all normal. It's just when you stay in any of these lower vibration emotions for too long. Because what ends up happening is we end up hurting our physical being. We end up hurting our mind. It starts to create doubts about ourselves. We lose trust in our decision making. It might end up coming into physical ailments, like you might end up getting physically, it might bring up some kind of illness and be a source of pain for you. You might start getting lots of headaches, or your heart might hurt. You might get panic attacks. So let's stay out of lower vibrational energies and emotions. So how do we do that? We embrace all of ourselves. We love all of ourselves. And we must have self-worth and know that we're worthy. I'm here saying I support you and you're a worthy being. So you must acknowledge that. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up frequencies and vibrations is because there are solutions to this. And what are the solutions? The solutions are things like sound healing. I don't know if you ever heard of that. There's something that's called sound healing. And sound healing can become in the form of, you can hear it in through, they have different instruments that will be like singing bowls and rattles and tuning forks, and you can find them online. There's videos on YouTube and also on some of the Instagram. I've seen them. I have a friend of mine who does it, and this will bring more balance into your being. If you hear one of those singing bowls, it works with unifying you as a whole. So it will heal your DNA, it will heal your cells. There's different frequencies. And if you, so there's it's called like 432 hertz is what I'm finding out. If you listen to that and beyond, there's different hertz. I think it's like 632 hertz, but it will tell you on each of the videos. If you listen to some of those, let's say you're not feeling well and you need some kind of soothing sound, find a video and it talks about the hertz. It talks about which sound will help you find balance and harmony and serenity, and you will be more clear. And so these singing bowls are an ancient practice that creates healing vibrations. So these vibrations, and if you go back to Nikola Tesla spoke of sound, he spoke of frequency, he spoke of energy, and this vibration that these sound healing videos give you will help balance you and bring you to, let's say you have some kind of damage within you, your cells. It will help bring balance and serenity to you. So I highly suggest them. So here we go back to intentions. I'm going to mention intentions again, because I'm saying to you, let's have good intentions for healing ourselves. I know that some of us have suffered immensely. We've undergone some really big traumas. maybe as a child, maybe as a young adult, maybe as an adult, maybe it's a broken relationship. Maybe you have a broken relationship that hasn't healed. So let's work on healing that. It takes time. It's a process. Let's quantum leap to our destiny. And so when we want to heal ourselves, what are some ways to heal ourselves? Forgiveness, forgiving ourselves, asking for forgiveness, self-love, cherishing ourselves, considering that as we create this invisible line around us, which is 12 inches from our body, that no one is allowed to come into spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, unless we give permission. It matters. If someone says something to you and you don't express yourself, in other words, you sabotage yourself, you block yourself from conveying whatever's on your mind, you're blocking your throat chakra. You're also blocking your heart. So if someone says something to you or does something that injures you emotionally, and you feel it, and you think more about it than 5 seconds, then you need to address it. And that's how you heal yourself. When you stand up for yourself, when you trust yourself and accept yourself for who you are creating a better version of yourself. You're also bringing out more of your personality, and you're allowing everything to flourish around you, because when you're true to yourself, good things happen. Now, if you pretend to be someone else to be liked, are they really liking you for you? No, you're breaking down your self-worth. So let's know that we're worthy. It doesn't matter what we have. We take away everything material. We take away everything on the exterior of what we look like. It's about our hearts. You are worthy as is. You don't need anything. And that's how we'll create success and personal power. And we will achieve every single one of those 5 humongous goals. Let's do that together. So let's create good intentions. Let's think. I say, if you can imagine all of your thoughts in front of you in a sentence, what would it be? Would it be a high vibrational emotion or thought like, my day today when I go and I do blah, 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 whatever it is, that task, it's going to go well? Or is your thought smashing you down, knocking you down, and being self-critical? Sometimes we're self-critical because we were spending immense time with someone who criticized us. Now, when someone criticizes you, it's because they are self-conscious and they don't like themselves. So let's eliminate being self-critical. Let's just trust ourselves, accept ourselves, and love ourselves. And that reminds me, our mantras. What is our mantras? I am strong. I am brave. I'm courageous. I am powerful. I am safe. I just mentioned fear a little bit ago. Fear will bring us into worry and excessive anxiety, and we won't feel safe. So let's know that we're safe in our hearts. Let's have time for quiet and stillness so that we can connect to all of our emotions, all of our senses, and we understand ourselves better. When we have more awareness to who we are, our path, our destiny will be easy. We will quantum leap to a new timeline. Would you like to quantum leap to a new timeline? So that's going to be kind of time travel, isn't it? Because in this moment, we can bring everything we want right now to this moment and create our destiny. It's the power of thought. Thoughts, words, and actions. If they have alignment and you're balanced and you're clear, you can quantum leap to a new timeline. So it's going to be an abrupt change. It's going to be a shift in energy. This timeline has one energy, and the timeline you're moving to is a much higher energy. So it's moving from one energy level to another. You're going to quantum leap to a new timeline. And I speak of 3-dimensional timeline and 5-dimensional timeline. You hear the term 5D, 3D. The 3-dimensional timeline is the timeline of the matrix. It's the timeline of the old belief systems. You're well aware of it. We were born into this. We were incarnated into these systems, and we were compressed. And so we thought that's the only reality that there is. But as we ascend and raise our consciousness to a higher vibration, and we expand our mind, and we open up to other thoughts, other possibilities, we will realize we can quantum leap to another timeline. So we're going to transition to this higher timeline. And how are we going to do this? Well, it's going to be a sudden increase. You're going to have a knowing. It's going to be urgent. You're going to feel ready. And it's going to happen. It's not necessarily going to happen instantaneously. Because why is that? Why can we not quantum leap to a new timeline instantaneously? It's because all of us have to engage our mind, body, spirit. And we really have to trust. And we really have to be ready to emotionally move to another timeline. And that's about letting go of old belief systems. That's like letting go of everything that isn't here. Nothing in the past, nothing in the past, nothing in the future. So what is here right now? We are going to shift our mindset in a microsecond. A microsecond is 1/1,000,000th of a second. Can you do that with me? Can you quantum leap to a new timeline right now? Oh, I'm getting a buzzing in my ear. Yes. So it's another idea. It's a pattern. There is a difficult aspect to quantum leaping from this timeline to a next. Fear of change. Are you worried that on the other side, things won't be as good? Are you worried that on the other side, you won't have everything you have? Is that sabotaging your quantum leap? You have to fully commit. Thoughts can sabotage. You can deny yourself miracles. You can deny yourself radiance and divine intervention. You can deny yourself these things. But let's quantum leap in a microsecond, which is 1/1,000,000th of a second, to another timeline. So we have to right now, in this moment, we are going to engage right now. I've spoken of the Merkabah, which is a light vehicle. Let's quantum leap to a new timeline right in this moment. It's a dramatic advance. You're going to evolve your mind, body, spirit to a powerful thoughts. So the timeline is a chronological arrangement of events in order of occurrence, right? So what is the timeline that you want to quantum leap to? Do you know what that timeline is? Is it beyond the 5 dimension? In this new timeline, there's going to be miracles, lots of energy, heaven on earth. So let's do it right now. Hi, Tommy. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. We're talking about quantum timeline and quantum leaping to a new timeline in a microsecond. So in this timeline right now that we're in, this reality, this physical reality that we can see, you're in this moment. So this is what I'd like you to do. We're going to quantum leap. So I want you to do a check. Your mind, your body, and your spirit all have to have alignment with this. And you're going to do a check. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to let out a breath. And you're going to have the intention the intention of where you want a quantum leap to. What is your desire that you would like? Where would you like to go? Now, when you do this and you say this in this moment, you're going to say it out loud. You're going to check your mind. Is your mind connected? Your heart and your body, this vessel. Are you all on the same page with this? Are you all ready to go? Because if you want a quantum leap to the new timeline in a microsecond, you have to be all engaged, all in the same moment. So here we are. I'm going to create a circle of light. We have a circle of light. Okay, there's a circle of light. Here's the light. In this moment, you're going to create the desired timeline that you quantum leap would like to go to. Okay, so you're going to say it out loud. You're going to check your mind. Is your mind engaged? Your body? Your heart? Your spirit? Are they all on the same page so you can quantum leap? Because you're going to go there. Okay, so here we are in this moment. Say out loud whatever it is that you want, where you want to go to. I'm going to think myself where I want to go to. I'm going to quantum leap to a new timeline. Okay. Now this desired timeline has everything that you want. And this desired timeline, you're going to have all the emotions that make you feel good. You're going to have joy. You're going to have peace. You're going to have serenity. You're going to have hope. You're going to have love. You're going to have love for yourself, love for others. So we have now created a miracle, divine intervention, because we've put light around the quantum timeline that you want to jump to. And we have actually collective energy because we're all here together doing this. So that's even more powerful. Trust, accept, and love. In the moment of jumping to this new timeline, you are actually making the move to time travel because it's instantaneous. It's quick. It's fast. You can do it. Okay, moving on. So I want to mention that I did an interview, and it's called, they call us channelers. They call us channelers, and it's on the YouTube channel ISNN, International Spiritual News Network. And I did an interview, and you can find it if you look it up. And I did it with Kevin Moore, and it's about channelers. And so channelers are persons that convey thoughts of energy from a source believed to be outside their person's body. And so I've shared with you that I basically channel into an angelic realm. And we've spoken about our intuitive abilities. And so they found me, and then they interviewed me, and it was posted yesterday. So you can find the interview, which I'm very excited about. And I spoke about what we do here. And we work on our intuitive abilities, our clairsenses, clairvoyance. We speak of extrasensory perception, ESP. I've shared suggestions on how to tune into yourself. So let's work on that for a bit today. Has anyone worked on their clairsenses? Have you tuned in? Have you given some readings? Have you tried to receive from a sender information? Have you picked up a stranger's possession and done a token object reading? Because when we do all of these things, if you've been paying attention and you've been watching and listening, you know there's a couple of indications and ways that we are receiving the information. When we receive the information, we are receiving impressions, which are images, signs, symbols, messages. Maybe we're seeing a little story. Maybe we are hearing a voice. Maybe we are connecting to other realms or other entities, maybe someone who's passed. There's a lot here. Now, we all have different gifts. And like I've said, we were compressed, so we didn't really work on this. We never went to telepathy school. We never went to ESP school. But we can learn this because we all have emotions and feelings and senses. And we all have intuitive abilities. Now, when we receive information, the impression, the reason why it works when you have an object or someone sending you information, whether we spoke about when you're sleeping, they can send you information. We spoke about you can be awake and they're from a different location sending thought transference, and you're writing all the information down. Why does it work? Why does it work with an object? Why does it work with thought transference? Because there's emotions and feelings attached, and they are a vibration. When we heard about these Zener cards, which was way back in the 1960s, so the Zener cards were someone would hold up a piece of paper, a card, and on one side it would be blank, and they'd say, okay, this is ESP test. What's on the other side? And the person would have to guess, and they would be testing ESP. And it didn't really work. It was very difficult because these symbols have nothing attached to them. There's no frequency, there's no vibration, there's no energy. So there's no real emotion attached to an equal sign. But when you have an object or someone sending you a thought transference, you're receiving an impression, and that impression has emotions attached to it. That's why when you give a reading or you're tuning into someone, you can connect to their personality. You can see maybe a circumstance they were in. Maybe you know if they have an addiction. You might know what they just drank that day for breakfast or ate that day. You might know that they have a grandmother who just passed, because it's emotion attached to the vibration. So just know it's not that complicated. It's just about opening our hearts, opening up our minds, and trusting. And I've explained to you initially when I started doing this, when I did readings, I was basically in the dark, and that's how you feel at first. You feel like, I'm in the dark. I've never felt, and that's okay. It's practice. You will get better and better at it. So the first step we've said is stillness, correct? The first step, whoever's joining us, please like the video and subscribe. It's stillness. So you go into a quiet space. This is why we do visualizations. Go into a quiet space, close your eyes. No electronics. Maybe bring a pad of paper to jot down any notes, any impressions you're receiving. Because you might connect to another realm. You might be in the astral realm. You might be in the angelic realm like I am. And so you close your eyes, you just relax. Don't worry about trying so hard. It will come. It's practice. And you just listen beyond the walls of the room. Clairaudience, you're going to listen beyond. What do you hear? And then you're tuning in. You're actually expanding your hearing, whether you realize it or not. I spoke about imagining your torso from the waist up, looping around. You're like a rubber doll looping around the moon, or all the way to the moon and back, all the way, because you're expanding your consciousness. We're working on expanding our consciousness. We are going to take these quantum leaps together. We're going to do it through stillness and visualizations. The more visualizations you do, the more you expand your mind, because you're imagining the inside of your mind, you're creating room, you're bringing light into your being. So we've spoken about bringing light outside in this physical reality. Now, I've seen in the angelic realm, I've seen in my third eye, when you activate your third eye, your mind's eye, you can see another reality. You can read someone. And how do you read someone? Well, for me, I go tune into their heart. That's my way in. Everything is personal. You have your own extraordinary gifts. You are an intuitive being. You have intuition. You have a sixth sense. We all do. You might begin to have premonition dreams. We speak about putting light around you to protect yourself in crowds. Okay. So when we bring light out here into this physical realm that we are living in, this physical, we are actually changing the timeline and the reality. You become a light worker. You're bringing light. So when we create a ball of light, which we're going to do today, thank you for liking the video. We are bringing light into this physical reality. The more light we bring onto the earth, the more evil and darkness leaves. The spiritual war that we've been going through is almost over. I've seen in the angelic realm, I've seen that, I've shared with you that the angelic beings, the celestial beings from the heavens to earth have shown me that evil is left. So we're going to do that in just a bit. Just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So there's a lot of different techniques. We also spoke about ESP sleeping target. And I made that name up because I kind of want you to be aware that you can be a target of somebody by if this situation happens to you. But the fact that you're aware of it, I don't think you will be vulnerable to it. I really don't. And so what is that? You can literally go to sleep. You have a friend that knows you're asleep. At a certain time, start sending you information. So they have a picture of you. They say your name. They have your picture, your name. They state your name, and then they state something that they would like you to do. Like, for example, you say, wake up at 2 a.m. and eat a bowl of cereal. And this is basically a test to show how ESP and telepathy works. And they say it over and over again while you're sleeping for maybe 15 minutes. And then later on, you find out what exactly was the outcome, because you're the receiver and they're the sender. So try it. It's a little activity there. It's a little task, but you can see how things, it can go wrong as well, because that's why I call it ESP, sleeping target, because someone could do that in a negative way. And I wonder if that's happened in the past. I wonder if I've said to you, I wonder if there's people in leadership positions, they've done this. I know the government has worked on experiments with ESP since the 1960s. I don't know if this is already something that's been going on, but just be aware of it. I'm just about bringing awareness. Okay, so moving on, we are going to work together on our ball of light, if you'd like to. Okay, so we know that we rub our hands together, and what I do is I go into my third eye. This is advanced. If you've activated your third eye, you can see in your mind's eye. You might want to try this. Okay, so we're going to rub our hands together, and then we're going to separate our hands, and we're going to away from our body. We're going to take our hands away from our body, rub our hands together so there's a little bit of energy there. We're creating a ball of energy, a ball of light. And then we separate our palms and we cup our hands. And we should almost immediately feel some kind of light vibration and energy on our palms. And it's something definitely to get used to, and then we can, create this ball of light. And it takes concentration and focus. And you might not be able to do it at first, so it takes time to work on it. So you're going to feel as you expand your hands, we're doing the ball of light. Whoever's joining me, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. You're going to feel the energy on your palms. And so we are now, this is a little more advanced because we are finding that we can bring energy into this physical reality. If you talk during it, like it takes concentration, I know, but if you hold your hands like this, you literally, it's almost like it's keeping it together. And it's not so difficult because you're literally just holding your hands and you can feel the vibration and you can create the ball. So in the past, I've been doing this every day pretty much. I've been bringing the ball of light into my third eye, which is what I was doing on my own. And so now I'm doing it here. Thanks for whoever's liking and subscribing. I'm coming live from New York. It's Mary Amy. I'm just showing a ball of light because we're sharing about bringing light into this physical reality. And then I will be doing a visualization and bringing light into your system. Okay, so I'm feeling it's very strong right now because I haven't let go. And so I'm going to bring this light and see what I see. Now, this morning I did do a check and I just saw wings. So it must have been Archangel's wings. That's all I saw. So I'm going to bring it into my third eye and see what I see. Let's see, let me tune in my third eye. All right, so I just saw a stone wall. I immediately saw a stone wall. Let's see what else I see. I see grass. Are we back in the country? Are we in the country today? Let's see. I see the sun, and it is golden, and it's setting, so it's evening. I see an evening sun on the horizon. I just heard a cow moo, so I'm definitely in the country. I think I've seen the cow before. Are you trying this with me? Are you getting clairaudience? If you do, are you clairvoyant? So try doing this with me. Just see, it's practice. Like I say, practice. Okay, so what else do I see? I just saw a lightning bolt. So I saw a bolt of lightning. What else do I see in this ball of light? All right, so I see a barn. All right, well, it's definitely the country. It's not any place that I've ever been, though. So so this might be a premonition. Okay, I'm going to read your messages on the chat in just a second. I know that they're actually delayed. I'm just doing the ball of light, and then I will move on to that. So let's see what else I see. All right, so I definitely still see the angels, though. So my physical reality of Earth, this new Earth Gaia, and then the angelic realm seems to be combining now. And that might be just because I'm speaking of angels so much. All right, so I think we're going to be done, but I see the grass again. And I hesitate going over here to see Archangel Michael because of those wings earlier. So I don't even want to look. I don't know why. I just hesitate to look. So I'm not going to even look today. And that kind of makes me sad, actually. Okay. Well, I'm just going to put my hands together. That's just how I am right now, what I feel like. I'm not even going to look today. I don't know why. I just don't want to look. Okay, I'm going to put my hands together. So did you try doing your ball of light? Let me just read this. So Tahika, Grand Rising from Detroit. Yay, thanks for joining us. Most of the city was without power after the storm. That's why I'm joining late. The best blessings. Oh, thank you so much. Blessings to you. Well, you can watch the video later, and I'm wishing everyone a wonderful weekend coming up. So today we covered intentions, the Shulman Residence, and quantum timeline leaping, about being in this moment and quantum leaping in a microsecond, which is 1 millionth of a second, to wherever the timeline that you would like to go to. So it's going to be a burst of energy. It's going to be a higher level, a higher vibration. That is where you're going to quantum leap to a new timeline. It's like time travel. We are time traveling, a movement between 2 points, and we are going to do that. And I said it can't be instantaneously until you have your mind, your body, your spirit, your heart all together, joining together with the same exact intention. Intention matters. Now, I know I might get repetitive, but you know what it is? It's that I don't know when you're joining me, and I don't know what resonates with you. Sometimes you pick up on something, another time you won't. So I'm really working on I'm just making suggestions to offer an alternate shift in your mindset. We've spoken about energetic patterns. And how do you change an energetic pattern? Well, we have the loop that we're going around in the matrix that we've been going around. So a lot of us have awakened, so we're no longer in the loop. But shifting the mindset out of the loop takes focus, it takes intention, because we were all programmed a certain way. So imagine it's like a clean slate. You have nothing offering any information, so you're creating on your own this new mindset. But let me tell you, what's exciting is that you already know in your heart, you already know in your spirit exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So it's really about connecting the dots to your destiny. This timeline that you're about to jump onto is there waiting for you. It's already there. It exists because it's existed since you were born, incarnated on this earth. Because you created in your mind and your spirit and your heart when you were born, you had the information. You had it. It doesn't have to go 20 years, 50 years. You already had the information. But now you can quantum leap onto it, because you know it's about just opening up, expanding. Your light codes, your DNA, you have an original blueprint in your cells. So as you awaken, your cells are activated and everything comes into focus. It's not like it's not work. It's just, there's almost no effort. It's just accepting. So just accept your timeline, accept to quantum leap. You have it within you. It's very exciting. Anyone who's joining us, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm just sharing about intentions. It's your plan, it's your aim. It's a committed course of action. So we're setting our intention because we're believing in our hearts exactly what we want. We don't have to ask anyone. Don't go out there and say, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What is that doing? That's creating confusion within you. You don't know? You know. You have to crack open that heart. You know all the answers within you. In this vessel, you have everything already. You don't have to go out there and ask. Besides, you can't control what's going on out there. You can only control this. So trust yourself, accept yourself. Have discernment with your decision making. Okay, so anyone want to say anything in the chat? Tahika, I'm so glad that you're joining us. Alexandra Morel, thank you for joining us. And I'm excited about this weekend coming up. I hope that we're all going to spend time. Maybe you're going to go on the Shulman Resonance chart and look at it. I shared with you earlier. You're going to go look at that Shulman Resonance chart, right? And we're going to look at it. This was yesterday. I'm showing on my phone. The white on the Shulman Resonance chart means that more intense electromagnetic energy has hit the earth, plasma. The green is normal and the blue is low intensity. So you can see how much Light has come on the earth. It's very exciting right now. These solar flares that are coming onto the earth, we are going to have the Grand Awakening. There are indications of the Grand Awakening. What is the Grand Awakening? The Grand Awakening is when everyone awakens. And how is that happening? Because everyone's waking up. They're waking up out of a sleeping state. They've had amnesia. Was it their fault? No, it was no one's fault. It was because that was all we were ever taught. But there is another reality. So as you awaken and you ascend to a higher consciousness, a higher vibration, a higher frequency, you will realize that there's other realities out there. Your timeline that you're quantum leaping to is another reality. It's your perspective. That's why when I say don't ask anyone out there what their opinion is about your destiny, they won't have an answer for you because it's not their perspective. It's yours. You're the only one who knows what brings you light in your heart. Now, to change your mindset, first thing is to change your energy, your energetic pattern is gratitude. Have gratitude for this moment. So we say, oh, I'm so lucky. I'm here right now. I'm breathing. I'm living. I can do anything because anything is possible. That's the first thing in changing your mindset is gratitude. And from after that comes spending time in love, unconditional love for yourself. So that means cherishing yourself. So if something harms you or hurts you or you feel like it's dangerous for you, like, I don't think that's a good idea for me. I'm not saying it's fear. I'm saying you feel like something within you. Don't do it. You make your own decisions. You are a sovereign being of light. You're sacred. Now we want to bring into our existence. We want to bring divine intervention. We want to bring synchronicity. We want to bring angels. If you believe in angels, they're beings of light from the heavens to earth. They protect humanity. They're messengers. If you've had a near-death experience, you might have been accepted by them. You might have seen them when you're crossing over, when you were beginning to cross over. They're protectors. You can ask for them to be into your reality, into your heart. You might say, I can't get through this right now. Can you help carry me through this? If you're having a difficult time, you might say, I need extra help. There's divine intervention. They are creatures of goodness and light. They're celestial. They're immortal. Now, they're protectors, and there's 9 ranks of angels, and they come, like I've said, when I tuned into my third eye and I looked into the angelic realm, I saw many millions of angels, tens of thousands upon millions of angels traveling from the heavens to earth to protect humanity. They're here before God for us. So trust. Have beliefs. Have belief. Because you know what? What's the alternative? What is the alternative? You know, you say like, oh, it's just about light and love. But you know what? What's the alternative? You want opportunities. You want prosperity. You want abundance. You want goodness. So let's live in love. Let's love ourselves and love others. So before we go, I'd like to do a visualization. And what is a visualization? Visualization is a way of bringing light into your being. It's guided imagery in the mind's eye, bringing us hope and prosperity and happiness. Yay! Okay, everyone. So let's relax our mind let go of any thoughts before this moment, and we were going to create vivid mental images in our mind's eye, bringing us positive emotions such as joy, happiness, and hope. Blessings. Our intention today is to realize that you are capable of sparking the light in your heart here and now at a moment's notice. What is that light? Well, let's realize it's your authentic self of pure love and strength. Your heart visualization begins now. So please find a quiet space, sit or lay down comfortably. And we're going to release any tension within our body. We're going to do a body check from the tip of our toes to the top of our head. And we're going to check for any stress. And we're going to just use this moment to bring stillness to ourselves and peace and calmness and quiet. We're going to let out a breath. We're going to release any moments, any thoughts before right now. Let it all go. Nothing that's serving you right now. It doesn't matter. It's not important. So we're letting all that go. So as you begin to relax your mind and body, we're going to do an inhale and exhale 3 times together. I'm going to do it with you on a 12 count. Okay? So let's do that together. Okay, I hope that relaxed your being and you've let out any breaths. If you need to speak out anything that's bothering you, let it go. So I'd like you to feel the quiet and hear the peace. And so let's breathe out the old energy. And so I'd like you to imagine a bright, whitish, yellow light surrounding your entire physical being. So it's filling all the space in the room, even beyond the walls, as far as you can see. And our eyes are closed. So this light is serene, it's still, it's tranquil, and it's inviting. This light brings you at ease. It helps you to feel calm. It's a knowing that everything is okay. So you sense this brilliant, beautiful light that's filling the room, beyond the walls of the room. Now it's covering every single pore of your skin, every limb externally, and every cell. It touches every cell, this light. All your muscles, all your organs. It's reaching up from your feet. This divine light travels up through your feet, your knees. This loving, loving, tranquil, inviting light is touching your legs, your thighs, your waist, your stomach, your lungs, your chest, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your chin, your ears, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, your forehead. Now every strand of your hair, the crown of your head. Now suddenly your mind feels complete. You are relieved of any anguish, any guilt, any tiredness. So you've let go of everything. And there's unknown all around you and within you. And you release a breath. And now you sense you're ready to embrace this light, and you accept this light, and it fills you. And your inner spirit is calm, and you smile broadly, and all pain has diminished. There's no trace. All your suffering has left you. and you search for it. It's gone. This beautiful divine light is in your inner being, and it's going to stay in this moment, and it's going to make a difference within you. You're going to allow it to stay within you beyond coming out of this visualization. And you pause and you accept it. So one thought is very evident. It means good things for your future. Everything that you want, you will have. And every need will be taken care of. And you will embrace this light forevermore. So I'm going to count back to 3, and you will open your eyes. Count back to 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I hope that helped bring you a moment of calmness and peace, because the more we have calmness and peace within us, the more there's room in our mind for information and memories that we might have forgotten, and actually just room there, space to breathe. You know, it's all entirely normal to have times where we just feel like everything is just too much and it's overwhelming. But we have to find time for peace, because we do have all of these frequencies coming at us in our environment, outside of our homes. And so we have to find time for peace within us, because when we leave our homes, there's just so much coming at us. So I'm making some recommendations that everyone spend some time in nature this weekend. I'm making suggestions that we focus on our intentions from now on. We think ahead of time. So it's like a little checklist that you have before you do everything. So you say, wait a second, what's my intention before I do this? Am I going to have calmness? Am I going to have fun when I do it? Do I want good things to happen, good outcomes? We're going to remind ourselves that there's something called the Shulman Residence. It's Earth's frequency, and we have a frequency that we operate on as humans, as beings of light. And so we can go on and we can find videos that serve us to bring us more balance by listening to a certain hertz frequency. If you listen to a certain hertz frequency, it will heal your DNA, it will heal your cells, it will bring a calming influence. You can also listen to sound healing, singing bowls, rattles, chimes, and you can have what's called a sound bath, where you listen to all of these different sound healing objects, little instruments, and they can help wash over you. That's why it's called a sound bath, because it's calming your energy. Now, our energy should really be listening to frequencies that are certain hertz all the time. Music that we listen to should be a certain hertz, because that will heal us. There's certain frequencies that if you turn on the television, it will actually agitate our being. It can hurt us. So it can affect our nervous system. It can bring fear into us. So just be aware. Okay? So I'm making these suggestions. I'm also reminding you that you can find an interview that I did on ISNN, International Spiritual News Network, with Kevin Moore. And you can find it on his YouTube channel. And it was an interview that I did with him. I'm very excited about that. I don't know if anyone's joining me who saw that. And then I'm going to remind you again about quantum timeline. Let's quantum leap to that timeline. And how do we do that? We explained that earlier. In this moment. And how do you get to this moment? Let out a breath. Acknowledge what's here. Oh, I have a cup here. I'm sitting in this chair. I'm doing this video. Okay, so you're in the moment, because the moment is very powerful. not the past. The past doesn't matter. The future doesn't matter. It's just this moment. And so when we're in this moment and when we engage with our mind, our brain, our heart, our spirit, our body, if we engage with all of that and we do a check and we decide, what's my intention? What's my desire? Where do I want to quantum leap to? What is the destiny that you want? And I said, you put it right in this moment. So you engage with all of you, all of you. You're very clear about all of you, engaging with all of you. And you put it in this moment. You can microsecond shift to another timeline, quantum leap. So it's another timeline. A higher timeline is going to be a higher vibrational energy. And that's what we want to do. We want to ascend. We want to ascend to a higher timeline. But your timeline, your perspective is all your perspective. It's all your perception. We don't ask anyone else what we desire and what we want. What our destiny is, we know in our heart and spirit. We can time travel to another timeline in a microsecond. It's all about engaging and being clear and knowing our intention. Before I go, I want to also remind you about the Merkabah. The Merkabah. Does everyone remember what the Merkabah was? So the Merkabah is sacred geometry, if you want to look it up. And it's two triangles that are coming together, creating a light vehicle. And it's about clockwise and counterclockwise. And I shared it the other day. And so the Merkabah is a light connection between the body and the soul. It's a divine vehicle, a chariot that can be programmed to do anything. It's a tool that can be used to transcend and activate the protective love of the universe. So Mer is light, Ka is spirit, Ba is body. It's a divine light vehicle, and it's used by ascended masters to connect with and reach higher realms. So what exactly do you do? So you imagine, I'd like you to imagine, bear with me, an oversized triangle. This triangle is coming down and its point is coming down over you. See the point? So it's coming from the heavens. This is how you connect the heavens and the earth. And I was doing this way before I even knew that that's what it was called. I just automatically did it, because I guess I activated some kind of DNA within me. And now there's a triangle coming up from the earth. So you have one triangle over you that you're visualizing from the earth, and one coming down from the heavens, and they are locking over you. And then the triangles are spinning clockwise and counterclockwise. You can visualize this. Now this is very healing, and this will shift you. It will shift your mind. It will activate more of your third eye, and it will be very healing. I'm just giving you some suggestions. If you want to look through my videos, you can see one of them was called Merkabah, and I work on this with you. So just be aware. And again, I want to remind you to work on your ball of light. Now it's a 4-day weekend, which is kind of, 3-day weekend. When I say 4 day, it's a 3-day weekend. So I'm excited about this, and I want everyone to spend time in nature and definitely spend some time fulfilling some of your interests and spend time with a loved one. And so I'm not going to be back on Monday. I'm going to be back on Tuesday at 11. So I hope you join me. So I'm going to spin light, and you're in the middle of it, and you're making a wish because it's time's up, and I'm way past the time, and I'm spinning light, and you're in the middle of it, and you're making a wish. So I'm spinning it clockwise and counterclockwise, and I'm visualizing light. You're making a wish. And everyone have a wonderful weekend. Be well. Bye.